think about ants, we realize how excellent these creatures are. We realize how amazing, how well crafted they are. Such peculiar creatures have such a fine relationship with themselves and have such a brilliant way of organization and building. The very important thing I want to drive out from the story of ants, or the reality of ants, is how each and every ant plays a part to the bigger picture. They play a big part in creating a reality that they all want to see. So each and every member of the ant family is just as important as the other one. Plays such a role. Looks so tiny, so minute, but plays a role in the bigger picture. And so the reality is, as human beings, we're just like ants. And the truth is, a lot of us haven't come to that realization. A lot of us think that we're not important, that we're not necessary, that we're not to be taken seriously, that our lives don't matter. Sometimes we come into this illusion that we're not good enough. We don't deserve the better things. We don't deserve life. We don't deserve to live life. Like lives don't really matter. It's such a sad thing, because this is something that keeps getting engineered in our thoughts, from our experiences to our traumas to our lives as a whole. It keeps getting engineered into our thoughts, into our realities, into our minds, and our emotions are driven by this idea that we're not good enough. But hey, it's good news. You're good enough. You're just as excellent as the next person. You're just as great. You're just as amazing. You're just as needed. And so, like ants, where each and every single member is as important as the next, you're just as important. You're just as important. I'm just as important as well. You see, and when we start to embrace that reality, it makes a whole world of difference. And you would ask, why? Why am I important? Why am I necessary? Why am I needed? Why am I great? You see, Jeremiah 29 verse 11 in the Bible says, He knows the thoughts He has for us, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give us an expected end. And so when we think of our lives, we need to realize and imagine that there's a God that's brought us this far. There's a God that's created such a reality where we're just as important and we're just as sought for and needed in the grand scheme of things. And so your life and everybody's life matters just like the next man. Your life and everyone's life matters and is as important as the next person, because your presence on earth has created something that you probably are not aware of. Your presence has made someone the way they are. Your presence has transformed the life of another person. Your presence has changed things in the lives of people that you're not too keen about. You probably don't have any idea about. And so when we think of the impact that we have in life generally, we stand to start to appreciate life even much more than we do already. Because we serve a God that's known us from the beginning, from the jump. We were created for a purpose. We were created for something bigger than us. We were created for something that exists even much more than the reality that we've seen by ourselves, in our eyes, in our thoughts and actions. And so we need to embrace that reality.